Hi, and you're back with Joe, JP Wargaming, and this is the series Get It Painted. Um, Obviously, today is a recap video on all the models I have managed to get done so far. Unfortunately, I couldn't get weekly videos done over the last month due to sickness and to losing my voice. And also, last 2 weeks ago, I went to the Vigilus tournament, so I did quite a few late nights and got quite a few models finished off. Especially to get ready for that tournament. So throughout this episode of Get It Painted, you will see about five finished models or units that I managed to finish off that I'm quite happy with. And obviously the first one ties in with the first episode, which was on the Space Marine Scout bikes. Now with these Scout bikes, I managed to talk about quite a lot of them, about amount of shots that they give out and so forth, and I'm really quite happy with these on the tabletop. However, what I would say, don't bring them in minimum squads of 3. I'm really happy with them as a unit, and they do provide a lot to the table top. But just a few pointers of this unit. I'll go with the very sort of grey aggregate look bases. Very happy with the look of them. I definitely advise people to use the debris version as well and combine it with it. You get some really nice good effects. With the Salamander bikes, I've also made sure I've included some flame heraldry. If you can see on the lead bikes around the front mudguard, you'll see some object source lighting. I'm no pro at it. This is my first time trying it, so like I said, I'm quite happy with it. Others might be saying, no, it's rubbish. I'm fine to feedback. If you want to tell me. I'm quite happy with the faces. Something I've always loved about Salamanders is their faces, the grey look, the grim eyes with the wild rider red eyes. If you can get them right, they look absolutely outstanding, and I'm just absolutely chuffed with them. And over the course of this video, you'll probably see some more scouts, some more different marines and Primaris marines, and a HQ. So we'll move on to the other models I've got to show. Right then, on to the next units. We are going to look at more scouts. Surprise, surprise. Yes, I love scouts. Obviously, scouts in this edition are doing very well. But moving on with my take on scouts, we've got a unit of general close combat scouts. On the sergeant, I've gone with just a typical chainsword, plasma pistol, because those of you who know Salamanders, they get to reroll 1, so why not supercharge it if you're going against that vehicle. And of course, I've got to have the heavy bolter. On the pure basis, heavy hellfire shells are just brilliant, especially with the D3 mortal wounds I found in the Vigilus tournament. It did very well. Now, looking at my scouts, I've been very traditional. Scouts in the Salamander chapter are part of the 7th company, so the reason why their shoulders, their pauldrons aren't black like the rest of my models is because scouts are in the 7th company. So to represent this, I painted their pauldrons white, still giving them some flame heraldry on their pauldrons. And as well, on the left hand side, you see one of the scouts turned around. I've gone to try to do something different and give them like a heat vent on the back of the carapace armor vent, which I think it turned out quite well. I'm quite happy with it, which I've also done the effect on the plasma pistol, which you can't see in this part of the video. But anyway, these are my scouts. I'm quite happy with them still. Gone with the aggregate type bases. Right then, on with the next unit, I've got the Space Marine Assault Squad. On controversy to a lot of people in the 8th edition world at the minute, our assault squads aren't actually doing that well, but I still love Assault Marines. Still one of my favourite units, and I'll continue to play them. So with my Assault Marines, I've gone with the Sergeant. yes, he's helmetless, and for all the haters out there that says spacemen should have their helmets on in war, I'm sorry, I love salamander faces. And I'll tell you why on the pure basis is that their look, they're grim on their faces with the black, the greys, and the wild rider red eyes. I think is just a brilliant look, and I can't help myself to not have the helmets on. But yes, I've gone with the Thunder Hammer, which I tried to do sort of the heat look on the hammer. Still continue with the Flame Heraldry, especially on the Eviscerator. Really loved how it's turned out. If you can see a little bit on my on the right hand side with the plasma gun, you can see that sort of orange glow I was talking about earlier. Really happy how these turned out. I haven't gone with the black packs, which most of my army will have in general, but I wanted to note that they are just standard assault marines, so I want them to stand out from the other elite types like the vanguard veterans. But really happy how these turned out. Loving the really sort of Death World look on the bases with the granite. But let's move on to the next unit. Right then, on to my next unit with my aggressors. I've gone with the Flamestorm Gauntlet loadout. If I'm going to be Salamanders, I might as well be fluffy, and Flamestorm aggressors, Flamestorm Gauntlets on aggressors are absolutely perfect. So I'd rather be fluff correct because that's where I like it. Now with my Flamestorm aggressors, obviously I brought them to the Vigilus tournament, and I loved them. I thought they did a really good job as not only just a target unit, where they took up a lot of fire, but also when they got in, they really did well with their flamers. Especially I had them with Vulkan Hestan when they were able to reroll all their wounds, which was absolutely brilliant. Now also with these Flamestorm aggressors, I've gone with the continue on with my backpacks being black, and to really help black pop, I think it's difficult. Either you're very good with a paintbrush and you can edge highlight perfectly, or you go the easy route and use Dawnstone dry brush, Dawnstone paint using the dry brush style of it. Obviously dry paint of it, and get very little on your paintbrush, and literally just there's nothing left on it, and then you're really able to pick out those highlights and then use a non-oil to turn it down again, and it really does bring out an effect on it. Definitely looking forward to when my next conquest issues come in, so that I can get the 3 more aggressors and bring it to a 6-man unit. I think they'll perform a lot better in a tournament if they're going to have to walk across the board. And if they're going to have to walk across the board, I'm going to have to bring a special character or an apothecary to help keep them alive more. Also, I don't want to spend too many points on it, but when they get in, they're great. So they're having power. They got power fists and they got flamers. They get in, they're going to do some damage. But really happy with how these models turn out. Obviously, I know Flamestorm Gauntlets aren't the most popular, but for these guys, absolutely happy. Anyway, on to the next unit. This one's going to be one of my HQs, and you should all know who he is once you see him. Right, and here's to the big man himself, Vulkan Hestan Forgefather. For those for a little bit of background fluff on Vulkan Hestan, he is basically like a relic hunter for the Salamanders. The lore is that once the relics, all seven relics are found, Vulkan, their Primarch, will return. So Vulkan Hestan, which is not his real name, but it's the title that's given to him, and it's passed down to each Vulkan Hestan. Forgefather, he'll continue to look for those relics, and I think at the time, there's maybe 1 or 2 relics left. I don't take my word on that one, but I think I remember reading that somewhere. But anyway, I really love this character. Felt like the flames on the top are absolutely brilliant. How his cape turned out was absolutely really happy with that one. Just turn him around a little bit for you. really happy with the turnout. I often use purple with the Purity Seals. Gone with the purple with the Drake skin cloak. Really happy how it pops. And now we're going to go on to the models I've got on my painting table right now. So just bear with me. Right, and so currently on my models, on my painting table, I've got the Vanguard Veterans. Yes, okay, they've got no arms on, but that's kind of how I like to paint in stages. But really happy. This is my sergeant at the minute. Gone with the green mohawk, just kind of for those who on the Warhammer 40k Salamanders chapter Facebook page. I did it in honor of the free Drake Sworn to Vulkan in the Horus Heresy. I think his name was Abudemi, who had Arteus Numion's sword. I absolutely loved the mohawk of the person who depicted him in that one. But really happy with the progress. Had them on this look really because they all look like they're facing down, as you can see here as they're about to take off. But happy with the progress. So on to the next one, and the Vanguard Veterans. Obviously with these guys I've gone with the black back jump packs, just to really denote the veteran title, and continue on. Those of you who feel like I should do the black crossbelt, let me know, put it in the comments. I'm liking the green so far, but just really happy with how these guys have turned out so far. All three of the veterans. Don't know whether you can see too well, but try to use some of the Spirit Stone blue for the jump X, just try and get that blue look. Not overly happy with it, but still does what I want it to do, so I'm not too overly bothered by it. Right, model number 4. Tell me what you guys think of the purple contrast I have with the green and purple. If you feel like it works well, write it down in the comments. And the last two are in the squad. Obviously we're making progress now, it's just getting the arms. Thinking of going with the three Thunderhammer Storm Shields and 2 Lightning Claws. I like to be balanced with these guys, and very much love to see them do well on the tabletop. But I'd rather have them balanced and rather have them all as one type of unit that just takes out tanks, one about to combat infantry, as well as do the heavy punching. But now we've just got one model left on my painting table, which I'm quite happy with the progress so far. Please tell me what you think of him. But anyway, this chap here we got, his name is hareth Shen. He is the master apothecary for the Salamander chapter. Thank you for watching this video of Get It Painted. I know it's been a bit of a long one going through all the units, but if you like what you're seeing and want to see more, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the alerts, and any comments are welcome, so please comment away. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.